This is embarrassing, but I used to be a person who did not wash my face. 5 years ago, I got sucked into this rabbit hole of like skincare videos, subreddits, and product reviews, all that kind of stuff. My skin was the worst it had ever been. Like, I've had acne since I was like 12, and it's continued into my adult life. I spent night after night just trying to perfect my perfect routine that was going to cure me of any acne I had. But the truth is that it wasn't just about my skin. I wasn't taking care of myself. My skincare routine did not give me perfect skin. My skincare routine gave me so much more than that. I'm Josh David, and this video is about skincare. But it's not just about skincare. I grew up going to the beach every week. There was nothing between my bare skin and the sun. This was the era of tanning beds, just basting yourself in oil and laying out for hours at a time. I grew up popping pimples, picking scabs, squeezing every pore in my body. There was so much I didn't know about taking care of my skin, and there was so much I didn't know about taking care of myself. I've always dragged myself through every chapter of my life, one goal at a time, one chore at a time, never stopping to take a rest. I've been working in some capacity since I was 18. I didn't learn about self-care growing up. I didn't know about self-affirmations. I thought that negative self-talk was motivational. If only I willed myself to be better than I would be. When I got into my career at 22, I didn't know any better, just other than to jump in head first. I handled the stress in the only ways I knew how. I drank often and heavily. I ate often and heavily. My body ballooned where clothes weren't fitting me anymore. I'd sit there and play video games for hours at a time. Don't judge, I still do that every now and then. I try not to think about my problems, just pile them one on top of the other, just like filling up to the top until I was bursting at the seams, both inside and out. When I started my skincare journey, I was at my lowest point. My skin was the worst it had ever been. My body was the biggest it had ever been. I had spent years neglecting my health, my physical health, and my mental health. What I started to find out, though, was that bad skin, it wasn't the problem. It was a symptom of something bigger. I'd always just thought it was my lot in life to have bad skin, that it was just genetics. I never stopped to think about how bad I was treating myself and the impact it was having on my skin. There was something going on deeper inside of me that my bad skin was just the product of. You could see the stress on my face. You could see the wrinkles. You could see the bags under my eyes from the lack of sleep. My diet was absolutely horrible. I would eat fast food, junk food, just whatever I wanted, and I just didn't even think about it. My acne got worse when I didn't take the time to routinely wash my bed sheets, my towels. I had to start treating myself better and learn how to take care of myself. When I first started on my skincare journey, it kind of became an unhealthy obsession. I thought if only I found the exact right routine, like all my problems would be solved. Like I would no longer have acne. I would feel better in my skin. I'd become so influenced by the media I was consuming. Like every problem in my life, I just thought if I threw money at it, it would fix itself. I roamed the aisles at Target and Ulta and Sephora. I'd try products for a few days, they'd break me out, and then I would move right on to the next one. There were times when I completely ruined my skin barrier just through actives like benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid, retinoids, all in the same routine. I would burn my acne off if it was the last thing I did. Some of it helped, some of it made it worse. I've always had sensitive skin. I'm allergic to fragrance, like I can't even be around a candle without getting a headache. And if I use products with fragrance in it, sometimes it'll give me this red rash. I get this rash around my eyelids, my arms. So yeah, everything I use is fragrance free. Laundry detergent to dishwashing liquid to my hand soaps, body wash, shampoo, conditioner. all fragrance-free. During this time, I was learning. My skin was not everyone else's skin. I was learning what ingredients make my skin red, what ingredients make my skin break out. I'm very sensitive to things like centella, gives me a rash. Squalane gives me huge pimples on my face. Today, I'm so careful about what I put on my skin. This was never about skin though. So many of the lessons I was learning here were applicable to other parts of my life. I have to be careful about what I put on my skin. I have to be careful about what I eat, what I watch, what I listen to, who I listen to. Irritants are irritants. I'm allergic to fragrance. I'm also allergic to toxic people. I'm allergic to comparing myself to others. I'm allergic to constantly scrolling on my phone. Skincare taught me to take care of myself in more ways than one. Before I started my skincare routine, I did whatever I wanted without giving any thought into how it was affecting me. I lived life in a constant state of stress, just like watching the news all the time and reading the comment sections and just really letting all of that affect me a lot. As I started to become intentional with my skincare, those habits started trickling down into the rest of my life. I got off social media for a very long time. I've had periods where I stopped watching news for, a short amount of time, sometimes a long amount of time. I started eating better. Instead of all the junk food I would eat before, I take the time now to cook with real ingredients. I started reading more. I started putting my phone down more. And skincare taught me that. It taught me that I needed to slow down. Skincare did not give me perfect skin. Skincare gave me 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night to just be present in the moment with myself. I didn't do that before. There's a whole ritual to it. I put on relaxing music. I turn the sink on to give it time for the water to get warm. Not too warm. I put my headband on to keep my hair dry. I double cleanse. I massage oil onto my face, breaking up all the dirt. I foam up the cleanser in my hands. Then I rub it in small circular motions with the tips of my fingers. I dry my face off, never on a dirty towel. Some nights, if I have some extra time, I'll put on my LED mask and I'll just lay there on my bed. I use it as a way to meditate, just close my eyes and let my brain just process everything that happened through the day. I take a moment to examine myself in the mirror and ask myself what my skin needs today. If it's dry, then maybe a hydrating serum. If it's red, a calming serum. If I'm breaking out and I feel like my skin can handle it today, I'll add some actives. Maybe some salicylic acid to get deep in my pores. Or some benzoyl peroxide to kill off any bacteria on my face. Always moisturize to lock it all in. Always sunscreen in the morning. Skincare is a meditation. It's this repetitive task that allows you to sit with your thoughts and be with yourself. I used to not wash my face. Now I need those 10-minute sessions before I can jump into bed. Checking in with myself, asking myself what I need. That's the self-care. It only started with my skin. Now I take time to ask myself how I'm doing periodically. Am I feeling anxious? Stressed? Did I get enough sleep last night? Do I need to take a few moments for myself? Get out into nature. Get out of my mind. Go for a walk. See things in a way I didn't before. Get out of my head and try to be present. Listen to the sounds. Forget about whatever stress I'm having at that moment. It can wait for now. Right now, I am here. And here is good. When I decided to make this video, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't preaching to anyone about a certain product to use or a certain active ingredient that's gonna help with your skin. I don't know your skin. Like everything in life, we're all on our own journey, and what worked for me, I don't know if it's gonna work for you. I didn't want to tell you about the importance of following a certain skincare routine. I just wanted to tell you about the importance of following a routine. Building good habits, taking care of yourself, how following that routine without judgment, without urgency, can be a start of something better in your life. It can be a start of breaking bad habits. It can be a start of learning good habits. When I first started taking care of my skin, I wanted to see results instantly, but it did not work that way. Honestly, my skin has come a very long way. This is what I looked like before. This is what I started at. This was my, okay, something needs to change moment. And this is where I'm at now. Not perfect, just better. It wasn't just about skin. I lost weight. I started caring about the way I appeared. I started caring about myself. I started dressing better. I told myself I'm worth dressing better for. I'm worth taking the time to take care of. So are you. My skin isn't perfect, it's far from it. And it probably never will be perfect. My self-care habits aren't perfect either. But I'm getting better, day by day. It's been a long time since I've done creative things, and making these YouTube videos just means the world to me. If you guys want to help grow the channel, please subscribe. And I hope we can go on this journey together. It's just starting for me. I'm Josh David. Thanks for being here. See you next week.